Alrighty, hello, hi, Gobi's Lost here, and this is Tera on the Xbox One X, and yeah, playing Tera. This is the 200th Tera stream today, um, June 4th to date this stream, in case I uploaded this to YouTube and been like week or something. This was June 4th, and yeah, 200 Terra stream. So that means I've at least started up Terra at least 200 times on the Xbox, and if not more, probably more, because sometimes I would forget to change the number, so it would, I'd be like on number 40, but it was actually 41, and because I forgot to change the number. Anyway, didn't like playing anything like that. Just kind of, wanted to play today. Been playing other games on stream, mainly past few days there, and having a lot of fun playing those games. Going back and playing games that are in my back catalog of games to play, and it feels good to go back and play those. But at the same time, I still miss Terra, and that's why I'm playing today. Because to be honest, I didn't know what I wanted to play. Well, no, that's not true. I knew I wanted to play Terra, but I didn't want to force myself to play anything else. So I was just like, well, I mean, I want to play Terra, so I'm just gonna play Terra. Because that's the thing. Like, some days, get a little burnt out, on games in general. It just happens. Well, I don't even know if it's burnt out. I think it's literally just like don't know what it is I want to do. What do I want to go for in a game? Oh, sustained a serious injury. But yeah, 200 Terra streams. I guess when I look back on it, a lot of time to play a game. A lot of time, and a lot of that time is on stream. Not all of it, though. No, there was days where I didn't stream Terra, but I played Terra, which has actually been kind of how it is the most for the past week or so, where I've played different games these past few days. Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 13, Kingdom Hearts 2.5, Dauntless, Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm trying to think of all the games I've been playing these past few days. And so playing those, and then I don't know, I've been thinking about, because I knew I was getting close to the 200 Terra stream, and in fact, the 100 Terra stream, that one I actually ended up that's whenever on the 99th Terra stream, one of the EME people there at the time, it was Brian, stopped by the channel and was like, hey, what are you doing for your 100th Terra stream, 100th numbered Terra stream? And I was like, well, I hadn't really thought about it, which I didn't. I knew even then, it's like, I'm not really, they were just a way to keep track of, in order for myself. So like, whenever I sent them to YouTube for archiving or whatever purposes, that it, basically you could go through them in order and see, basically a kind of like a growing of, like, from how I played the game then versus how I play now, which still pretty grindy. I did a lot of just nothing but Vanguard requests. That was the way I made gold back then, and now I do nothing but Gilly Glade. Funny enough, I should have been doing Gilly Glade and Vanguard requests back then. Just didn't, I was naive. I don't know. I was dumb, is what it was. Let's be real here. I could have been doing all that stuff, and I didn't, and so I made myself miss out on that, which is really too bad. But hindsight and all that or whatever. Um, Regardless, though, I've enjoyed my time with the game, and to be honest, I hope the game continues to thrive in a way. I know it's probably in a lull, which that happens. Games, some games faster than others. Other games, it takes a while before their lull is reached. The little dip, the dip in population time, you know, people playing or whatever, and it's really too bad because I've enjoyed this game a lot, and at the time, whenever I remember hearing about the game coming to console, I was excited, and I didn't manage to make it into those closed betas, which is really too bad because, you know, I was really excited for this game, and but anyway, it and then making it into the open beta or whatever, 'cause it was an open beta, right? You know, awesome. And then, like, I don't know, playing that extra week early, that was awesome too, because it was like everyone you were seeing, you know, knew they were just as excited about the game, unless they just had Twitch Prime and, you know, was like, oh, this is a free game that I could try out on the console. I'll guess I'll try it. You know, there's probably some of that too, but anyways, I'd like to think that the people who were there the week early time that you could play, they were, you know, truly excited about the game. I don't know. That's conjecture on my part. Hearsay, you know. Anyways, and I didn't write any of this down or anything. It's just thoughts, you know, to think about for a game that I've spent so much time in playing and streaming over the past, well over the past year now. It's enjoyable. But right, yeah, so back to my previous thought. On the 99 stream, Brian stopped by and was like, well, what are you doing for your 100 stream? And I was like, I don't know, actually. I didn't really plan anything. I was just gonna, you know, play the game. Which that's what this channel, that's what I'm all about, I should say. It's not so much like, you know, that's the thing, you know, most probably have some kind of thing of like, oh, I'm doing it because of this and this and that, you know. But for me, it's like, well, I spend a lot of my time playing video games, and and I used to record gameplay and put them on YouTube, edit them down sometimes, depending on the game. And then the more that I, you know, and I would stream, you know, from time to time, like whenever I wasn't editing or whatever, if I was, you know, just felt like not recording, I would stream instead. And so then I started doing that instead of recording, because then I enjoyed the fact that I could just enjoy the game. That was the thing. It's just like, oh, well, I mean, I like playing games, and like I said, I play a lot of them, and I spend a lot of my time playing games. So I figured, well, I mean, why not stream that and then meet cool people along the way that also play these games, or just want to talk about video games. And I mean, that's another thing too. That Twitch is a great place to meet people who like get video games, obviously, or even Mixer or YouTube, because I've chatted with people from across those platforms, and even at one point in time, I was streaming, you know, multi-platform. I was streaming to the Twitch, to Mixer, and to YouTube at the same time. And had I been able to pay for the thing there, I would have even streamed to Facebook as well. That was another thing I was looking into, was streaming to Facebook, because I was like, I just want to, you know, get the highest reach, because I want people to stop by, chat, you know. It was fun, because at first it was just, I'll admit that it was literally just me playing the game. Somebody would stop by, I'd chat with them, they'd move on, and that still happens. And I enjoyed that a lot, because I even whenever I was streaming back then, I would mention, I'd use the analogy, I think that's the right one, the analogy of, it's like, you know, being in this room, and I had my door open, and you know, people pass by and they peek their head in, look in, and be like, "What's going on in here? Like, is it interesting enough? What are you playing? Do I want to watch this? You know?" Anyways, and so it's essentially like that, and it reminds me of, because I mean, when I was younger, I spent a lot of times playing games with friends, either at their house or my own, and we would take turns playing games. And granted, you can't really do that with Twitch. You kind of can with maybe some games that are specifically meant to do something like that, where like the audience can interact with you while you're playing or something. Um. Anyway, and so having real life friends that, you know, I used to play games with, when they stopped by the channel, it was almost, it was a little bit of that nostalgia factor of like, this is reminiscent of whenever we'd sit around and we'd be playing, you know, one of us is playing the game and the others are watching and either giving feedback or input about the game itself, or saying, "Hey, you missed that chest back there. What are you doing? Go get that chest." And oftentimes now, whenever I play these games, I see like whenever I'm playing them and people are watching and they're like, "Oh, why didn't you grab this?" Or, "Did you not see that door over there?" And it's like, "Oh, you're right. I didn't see that." I did not. Oh no. But yeah. Oh, so the reason that I've been taking not playing Terra as much is not because like I'm bored of it or anything like that. It's more about like I just wanted to play other things. I just wanted to finish these other games. One of my goals for me is to finally to try to get to 100,000 gamer score. Oh goodness! Woo! We almost died there. It was a close one. Heal me, HP. Thank you. And oh, right. Anyway, so with that being said, right, you know, I want the game to you know, grow. I don't know. I've lost my train of thought. Hold on. But right, yeah. So spending all my time in this game is enjoyable, and so, but that's the thing. Like, I want to play other games. I want to reach 100,000 gamer score. Not that it really means anything, but it means something to me, because that would be pretty awesome, considering that I have access to these games on my Xbox, and you know, just over the years, that backlog is just like, it started off as like, oh right, yeah, I know I had a handful of games that eventually I was like, I'll get to them, and then I kept buying games, and then, or you know, having gold, they kept giving you games, or, and now Game Pass, right? Like if you have Game Pass, and there's all those games. So anyways, it's like everything just keeps stock, you know, getting piled up back there in the stockpile of games, and I look at them, and the Xbox can tell you how many games you have that you can download digitally, and it's like 277 for me, and I'm like, had I gone and beat most of these games, I'd probably have somewhere around like 150,000 gamer score. That's if I did the minimalist, like just go through the game and beat the game, because 277 games, I would say that, you know, probably less than half, like, or a little bit over half would be the way. That's why I say, you know, that you'd end up with that amount or whatever. And so that was the goal, you know, reach 100,000 gamer score. It still kind of is the goal to do, you know, we're here 7 months into the year and have not. I've gone up I've gone up like 5,000 gamer score over the past like 2 months maybe. Thanks to Life is Strange and Life is Strange Before the Storm. Both good games. Really liked the story for both of them. In fact, liked the story of Before the Storm and Life is Strange, and seeing those characters so much that I got, you know, I felt really lucky that Xbox did that sell a few weeks ago now that had the deluxe upgrade for Before the Storm, and it basically Before the Storm Deluxe Edition came with a bonus episode that basically helps bridge the story for the prequel game into the main game, which was Life is Strange. And anyways, that was enjoyable. That was cool. It was a sad bonus episode. Figured it would be. It didn't disappoint. It was still enjoyable though. Hey, we are out of elite bravery potion or bravery potions, so we're gonna grab some of these here. We'll go ahead. We're actually gonna activate the bravery potion because they have a 30-minute cooldown. Oh, we had a bunch with this. Why is it saying that there's none on the hotbar? I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, we're activating it because that way the cooldown still the countdown on the cooldown timer still counts down even when you're not playing. So you activate it when you leave off the character. That way, you know, when you come back, you can, you know, you don't have to worry about that 30-minute cooldown. Should you not be able to do what you're doing within that 30 minutes? You know, get what I mean? I don't know. Anyway, I had a feeling that like, oh right, so I mentioned that I didn't really write down anything about this 200 Tera stream or anything like that. It was more or less of just like 200. I've played this game 200 times on stream, and that to me is crazy in a good way, because it's like I myself have a hard time like sticking with things, you know, like seeing them through to the end. I like writing short stories. I don't like writing endings. So that kind of give you an idea of why I have so many back catalog games and never finish them, because games, it depends on the game. Like, do I get caught up in a grindy game like Tera or Destiny or Destiny 2 or Diablo? Like these games that have loot in them that's just like it grabs you and it's like you keep playing, you might get a better thing. And it's like, you're right, I might get a better thing. Let's try to get a better thing. And so I keep playing and playing. But with Tera, it's more or less about the cosmetics in the game. And that's another thing. GTA. Finish GTA storyline. Then I guess this is a stream of just talking about games that I never finished, I guess. I don't know. But GTA 5. It came out, you know, on the 360 and the PlayStation 3. I played it, beat the story, and then, you know, finally the GTA Online part of it was out, and then played that a lot, made videos in it, you know, alpha videos, just playthroughs and stuff of online missions or whatever. And then, and like a lot of that was just me playing that game, and only that game. It was like I'd wake up, log on to GTA, and then either make a video or, you know, just play and mess around, try to make try to make money in GTA. And what's funny is in GTA, the whole reason for making money for me was to so that I could buy every outfit, every piece of clothing in Grand Theft Auto Online for the female character. And at one point I was also trying to do it for the male character as well, because I was like, oh, you know, maybe I could do a sort of side series of, you know, outfit videos for male characters. And I didn't really do that, because I was like, no, I mean, the male characters clothing, I don't know, I didn't feel inspired to trying to come up with anything for that, admittedly, which is why no outfit video really featured male clothing, which I know there's people who watched back then who was wanting that, and I never delivered. I never delivered because I was never inspired by the male clothing to really do anything with it. But anyway, let's see. Oh, right, yeah. So the whole reason I bring up GTA is because I got distracted by the thing that, well, I guess it's not a distraction. It's what I enjoyed doing back then, was to make money in online missions so that I could buy all the articles of clothing for the female character, and at the time the male. And sometimes it was also for a vehicle. And back then there wasn't like all these other crazy vehicles they've added in, like the flying cars or the flying bike with a rocket on the back of it or whatever. Or gun, vehicles with guns. And so that's what I did. I enjoyed trying to figure out these combinations of clothing items to like make my character look a certain way or whatever. And eventually I got, just into that and started making those videos, and about 2 years of that, and I just was like, I don't want to keep making these kind of videos. Whoa! I almost reset the instance. So, oh right, and then so it came back out. Well, not 2 years of it, but like, well, yeah. Anyways, and then they re-released GTA 5 on the Xbox One and PlayStation 4, and then I played again on there, and because you could carry your account over, I carried over my stuff, and then started working for money again, and then they had some new outfits, sort of, and so it was the same thing. And then at the same time I was like, well, I really like coming up with this, and there's some people who were like asking me like, oh, I wish I could play with you but you're on Xbox and I'm on PlayStation, and they would always say like, it'd be so cool, to play, and whatnot. And so I was like, oh, well, I seen an opportunity with the re-release of the PS4, well, yeah, remake, I don't know. Anyways, re-release of GTA 5 for the PS4 and Xbox One. So I went and bought it again on there, and made an online character, and played a lot on there. Not as much. I think my character's like level 89, 88 or something like that. I was making a series where I was doing, online missions and trying to level that character up. And as I eventually I just stopped playing on the PlayStation. And that was another thing. Because I was playing on the PlayStation now, on the PlayStation 4, I also picked up Destiny, and then that took up a lot of time as well, because it's like I really like those kind of games where I'm progressing by playing and getting cool loot. And well, looking back on it now, it's like, well, I mean, there's a lot of games that did that. And anyway, so I got distracted by all that stuff and never finished the story for GTA 5 on the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4. Had 2 copies of this game on those two different consoles, and never finished the story. Always started it up, never finished it. It was just because I already knew the story. I'd finished it on the 360 version, and so it was like finishing the story wasn't enough of an incentive, even though it was, you could play the entire thing through first person, which would have been interesting. And probably a little bit tougher in some cases. But I don't know. So the reason why I mentioned GTA is because I was thinking about going back to it. And that's the thing. There's a lot of games that I could go back to and play them. But at the same time, never played before. Tortured Angel. Hello there, Tortured Angel. Thanks for stopping by. Tips. Never played before. Any tips? Play the game and pick a character that you find interesting. Have you ever played an MMORPG before? On, PC or on console, whichever one. Like Neverwinter or World of Warcraft or I mean, there's a lot out there. There's a lot. Yeah. Okay. Well, if you know what kind of class you like to play in those games, then the class descriptions of each class is pretty straightforward. They kind of in the game, they kind of give you a pretty good idea of what your role will be. They even tell you if it'll be a DPS or if it's a healer or a tank. So I would say that, hey, play. I'm not one to tell people how to play the game, so find a class that's interesting, and a race that you want to do. There are advantages and disadvantages to some of the races, but they're minimal. Is there like a mage? There's a sorcerer. Yeah, there's a sorcerer. There is indeed. Like if you're talking about one that casts like lightning spells and ice spells and stuff like that, then yeah, the sorcerer would be the way to go. Oh, but right, yeah. So I mentioned the advantages and disadvantages of a race. Some races have passive abilities that, a passive ability that can help out with damage if that matters to you. But it's minimal, and that's the only reason why I mention it is because there will be other people who mention it, and so if you want to go that route and you want to go like mid max, you want to try to get the most out of it that you can, then I'd look into that stuff. Or if you just want to enjoy the game, then pick what seems the most interesting to you and try it out. You can have two free character slots. You can only make two. You can have more. You either have to buy character slots with real money off the Tera store, or you can buy them in the game if somebody's selling them. By that, what I mean is other players can use their money, real life money, to buy stuff off the Tera store, and then they can sell it on the trade broker in the game. Now, you don't have to do that. That's an aspect of the game that you don't have to deal with if you don't want to. It is still there, just letting you know, mentioning it. Also, are you on the EU Xbox or on the North American Xbox server? Just out of curiosity. Well, or rather, since you haven't played it yet, are you EU or are you North American? I guess that'd be the real way to go about that, because there are separate servers for if you're EU versus NA, and then yeah. Well, I tried to get the perfect thing. I tried. EU Xbox. Are there like group dungeons? There are group dungeons, yes. I will mention this. So the EU server, from what I know and what the player base seems to talk about in the Discord and even in the global chat, is that there's not a lot of players on the EU server. And on the Xbox, there is a way to make it so that you can play on the North American server. You can't select which server region you're playing in from the games menu. There are ways with the Xbox to set it up so that you are able to play on the North American servers while being in the other country there. I only mention it because people talked about that the player population is pretty low on EU servers. And I get it, since you're, EU yourself, that might be where your friends are playing the game. Yeah, it does suck. And it was really too bad. But that's why I mention it, because and unfortunately, if you do play on the EU server and you decide, well, now I want to play on the North American server, you can't bring the characters that you make on the EU server to the North American one. So you have to, you could switch back and forth. You can have characters on both, from what I understand. Don't quote me on that though. I'm unsure, because I don't flip flop between the regions. So then you could, yeah. But don't let that deter you. I don't play EU servers, so there may be, more than what people are saying. When I mention it, it's because I'm in the Discord for the game, for In Mass Entertainment, who are the publishers for the North American version of the game, and people are usually talking about how low the EU server is. They really want a server merge with EU and North American, but so far no word on such a thing ever happening, which is unfortunate. But yeah, it's, from what I understand, it's pretty simple to set it up for your Xbox to allow you to play on the North American server. There's nothing too complicated about it. If you just Google how to set Xbox to North American region to play on North American servers, then it should be pretty straightforward. But yeah. But yeah, there are dungeons. There's an in-game LFG, so most people use that. So like whenever you finally get into the game and you're playing, once you reach level 20, that's when you can do Bastion of Locke. That's the first dungeon that unlocks for you at level 20. I believe it's level 20. Anyways, once you do that, you could go to instance matching, and then like there will be a list of the dungeons that you can do there. Most people use the social little tab here, then they go down to LFG, and then so you'd go here and then you'd create your LFG. And so, for example, if I was gonna run the Bastion, which these dungeons right here won't be available to you, these are level 65 dungeons, and even then you have to have a certain item level or gear score, if you will, in order to get into some of these. Because anyway, so then you would make an LFG post, and then you would make it, and you'd either wait for people to join up, and you can even broadcast that you have an LFG post on the global chat there. So, there's that. It's pretty, the XP of the game is pretty straightforward. Like, doing quests is in the early game is up to level 20 is the best way. It's pretty much the only way to, it's not the only way, but it's the constant way to get XP is just questing. And then once you get to level 20, doing dungeons is the best way to get XP and level up, because the enemies you kill in dungeons are worth way more XP than the enemies outside of a dungeon. And then for completing the dungeon, you get a good chunk of XP as well. Alrighty. Oh, right. So, what I would suggest is also, right, and if you do play the game and you like the game and you do decide like, oh, I want to buy something on the Tera store, do you think it has a higher player base than Neverwinter? Well, I haven't played Neverwinter in years. A good 2 to 3 years, maybe longer on the Xbox. I think it'd be 3 years on the Xbox and 2 years since I played it on the PlayStation. It was so I couldn't really say higher player base. I don't have the numbers to say for sure. Like I said, I haven't played Neverwinter in a long time. But with there was a server merge that happened, and so it seems like the player base seems more active now because I play this game a lot. This is the 200th Tera stream, not consecutively, but 200 Tera stream altogether. And from what I've seen these past couple of weeks since the merge happened, is I do see more activity, but I still see the same trouble that I was seeing before, which is, and this is me being honest with you, is that new players are coming to the game. They want to do stuff, but because the established player base is already level 65, there's not that many people willing to help out low-level players level up. And so the pool of players that are level 65 and working on in-game stuff versus the pool of low-level players, like there's a bigger pool here, but these people want to become in that pool, but these people aren't helping them, and some of them are. I'm not trying to generalize. I'm just being honest here that some people do help the low-level players, but then, if the low-level players can't keep getting help and progressing and getting into dungeons, then they eventually just leave the game. And that's like that with any game. More so with this game though, because I've played a lot of this game over the past year, and so, but at the same time, it also depends on like the time of day you play the game, and by that what I mean is that some times are better. More people are on, at a certain time of day, either because they're out of school or they're off work or something like that. So that's something else to consider. I used to play over the past couple of weeks. I haven't been playing as much as I used to, and so seeing people like here you'll see a lot of the same people talking in the global chat, but you'll see constantly people looking for dungeon runs. And in fact, if we looked at the LFG, we could see that there was people looking, but there's these 5 groups, and so like this person's looking to do that. Day 4 and 5, they just need a healer, and hardly ever do I see this page completely full with people looking for LFG. It happens from time to time, but I mean, I can't. That's just conjecture. That's that's just based off of what I've seen in the game. But it's also summer. Or, well, pretty much about to be summer, and there will be a summer event going on, so maybe that will bring in a few more players. I wouldn't expect like a big influx of people, maybe just a few, but and you asked if there was a mage class. This is actually my sorcerer class right here, and what I'm doing is pretty grindy. What I'm kind of doing is just like farming for materials. It's why I keep doing the same thing over and over, but with different characters. The thing that I'm running is Gillyglade, and you can actually, it's a solo dungeon. And it's really easy. It's pretty straightforward. There are extra things to go do like that way, but they're just time wasters in my opinion. It's better to just run past all that stuff and go fight the final thing. But anyways, this thing gives you like materials you can use to upgrade and enchant your gear and your weapon. But I'm doing it because it gives you gems, and these gems, like a ruby, a sapphire, an emerald, or a diamond. Ideally a diamond. Diamonds are worth a lot more. And I use those to sell for in-game gold, because the way I play the game is a little different than most players. I like getting cosmetic items, and rather than spending my real-life money, I spend time in the game and get gold and buy cosmetic items off the trade broker that other players are selling. It's It's also a little bit different game than Neverwinter. I will mention that. Like, yes, they are MMORPGs, but I've played a good portion of Neverwinter, and Neverwinter feels a little more, just like almost standard RPG in a way. Whereas with this, and don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean that Neverwinter's not in any way complex, because it still is. It just means that this is an action RPG, whereas that one's, you know, a little more traditional MMORPG feeling, where this one is, yeah, you still have cooldowns on your stuff, but it feels way more action oriented, to me at least. And plus you can have, you know, way more skills at your disposal there, rather than how it is in Neverwinter, where you select, what is it, like 4 attacks, 4 abilities that you can have on your shortcut thing? I can't remember. 4 or 5. Like 4, and then like your ultimate. I forgot what it was called. It's been so long. Oh, right, and another tip for you is, if when you do play the game, you can plug in a USB keyboard to quickly be able to type up the like on the screen there. So like, instead of having to do this, so if you wanted to type a message, you have to do this, then you have to press A, and then you have to press Y, and then it pulls up this right here, and then you have to do all this and type it up. But if you have a keyboard, you can just bypass all that and then just type in the thing yourself. Not only that, it's just faster, but you don't need a keyboard, and you can't play the game with the keyboard. In case you're wondering, like, oh, can I use keyboard to move around? No, it's just a type. Which you could do that in Neverwinter as well, but I was just saying, I'm just mentioning it. Oh, right, and if you do play the game, and since you have 2 character slots that you can actually use to make your 2 characters or whatever, you can get more. Like I said, you can spend real money to buy character slots, or you can use gold to buy them if anybody's selling them on the broker. But what I would do is I would play a character until about level 30, because around level 30 is whenever I feel like people really get the feel for a character. You really get a better understanding if you're gonna like the character or not. So, you know, just try the game out. And I hope that me talking about the things there I wasn't trying to push you away from the game or anything like that. If anything, I'm happy that there's somebody's like, hey, I'm interested in this game. Cool, because I want more people playing it. Absolutely. I really love this game. And so, I mean, more people playing it is better for the game. So, you know, hope you like it, and if you enjoy it, awesome. So where was I? Oh, right, yeah, talking about GTA. And, oh, not what I meant to do. But, yeah, so I just got distracted by making money and getting those outfits, or the clothing items, so that I can make outfits for the videos. And that kind of pushed me away from playing other games and whatnot. And, oh, the high thing again. And I wanted, so, yeah, and eventually I put down GTA, you know? Like, I don't really play it anymore, but I thought about downloading it today again, and like just getting through the story, just for the achievements. But then I was like, maybe, maybe not right now, but eventually. I don't know. Maybe I should. I should just do it and just get it done with instead of procrastinating. Hmm. Oh, that was completely missed. Whiffed it. Oh, so I did, so I played What Remains of Edith Finch. And man, is that game's story heavy. It is, every story that you experience in that game is pretty heavy. Pretty, man, yeah, depressing. But the gameplay is really cool. Like how they depict and portray each story and whatnot. I don't know. It's a really enjoyable game. Really enjoyable. Story wise, it was pretty damn. I don't know. It was just like it was a good single player story that doesn't take that long to complete. Maybe a few hours. If you're speeding through it, probably even faster. And there are some missable achievements, but I mean it's pretty straightforward. But yeah, it was good. I enjoyed the hell out of it. But man, is it sad. It is a sad game. And I was going to play it on stream, but I don't know, man. It's pretty it's pretty dark in a way. Like the things that it deals with are very real things, Thought about it. It's fun though. A friend got me to play it. Whenever I went and hung out with him, he's like, "Hey man, like you should play this game." He's like, "I'd watch you play it on stream." But then whenever I went and hung out with him, he was like, "Here, play this game." So I was like, "Oh, I don't know, man. I was gonna stream it." And he's like, "Nah, you should just play it." He's like, "I want to watch you play it." And I'm like, "But you can watch me on the stream." Anyways, I ended up playing through it while hanging out with him, and the whole time I just played through that game. And we basically, as like certain sections of the game happened or stories happened and unfolded, we'd like sit back and relax for a bit and just kind of like chat about the game. And that's the thing. That right there is so I didn't even mean for it to kind of go like this, but it kind of goes back to the thing where I was talking about like sitting and on the couch watching a friend play a game, and we were either taking turns or watching them play. That was very much the experience yesterday. It was like streaming, but I was sitting in the physical room with the person, and they were watching me play this game, and we were talking about it while it was unfolding. And that's essentially the way I approach my stream there. For example, the person that stopped by and asked about Tera and asked for tips. I probably didn't answer some of the things the best way, and I apologize for that. I'm trying my best, But I mean that's a perfect example of it. It's like they popped in, said hey, asked for some pointers, tips, and I tried, and they moved on, And and that's cool. Cause like I hope I didn't push them away from the game. Hope they were like, "Here, still play it." We'll never know. What do you got for me? Is it a diamond? Oh no, it's not. It's emeralds. Cool. Do 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 do. Ba-da-dum bum bum. Ba-da-dum bum bum. Bum. Ba-da-dum bum 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 bum. Ba-da-dum bum 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 bum. Ba-da-dum bum 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 bum. Jin 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 jin.
Oh, greetings!
Greetings. Oh. Oh wait, we only have one of those? You're gonna have 25 of them. Oh wait, those are major ones. I don't want your major ones. Hold on. Where's the prime ones? There we go. That's what we're looking for. That's the good shit. Put that away. Oh right, yeah. So my gold is I've been pretty lacking on the amount of gold because I haven't been running Gillyglade that often, where I've been playing other games. And usually after I get done streaming, I try to hop on Tera and play a few of my characters through Gillyglade, just hoping for that diamond to drop, basically. And anyway, a diamond did drop last night. Was it last night? Or was it the night before? I think it was the night before. Anyway, so my gold has been lacking. I was in the 300,000s, and then I just spent a lot of my gold on more cosmetic items. Not to mention, well, yeah, cosmetic items. I can't help myself. The outfits, they're too good. Depending on the character. Where'd you go? Okay. The llama is the best mount. No matter what you think, it's the llama. Even if the llama doesn't give you crit power increase or free resurrection, it's still the best. I need to make some changes to this character because I don't. Well, I don't know. I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I want consistency between my characters. Some of the, because I have 3 sorcerers or 2 sorceresses and 1 sorcerer. And they all have they deal varying different damage. Like, some of them deal a lot more damage, and then the other ones are just like, no, they don't deal as much. Whoa, how many lightning strikes was that in a row? Was that 4 or 5? I don't know. It's definitely one of them. One or the other. It's probably 3. It felt like 4. Sir. That's what it sounds like he says. Sir. Knock it off. Oh. That's the thing. Let's see here. I think, not that. Oops. Did I ever upgrade these? Yeah. See, we have carving ones. Oh, wait. No, they're not. They're not upgraded. Okay. That's something to keep in mind. That's like 6,000 gold right there. This is all Guardian stuff. Then we still have the Guardian disc. Come on. Alright. So, that's the thing. Like, there's another thing in the broker that I want to go for. Actually, I won't mention it. But, it is an item, and I really want to go for it. And, that's kind of one of the reasons why I'm playing today. For that. And, for the, whatchamacallit. I don't even know. It's either I go for the item in the broker, or I go for upgrading characters again. And I could do that. But I just, 2 weeks ago now? Yeah. Something like that. Can't remember. Everything blends together nowadays. I managed to upgrade all the accessories of every character, and it costs a lot. We have 18 characters. 19 technically. But 18 level 65s. It costs a lot to upgrade those accessories for every character. And I did the accessories because I was like, well, I mean, if I do the accessories, then at least every character gets an upgrade. Every level 65 character. So that's why I did it. And, yeah, it was worth it because they have gotten stronger. And I do Gilly Glade runs on those characters now a little bit faster. But now I've also decided... Now, it's funny, I should have decided back then, but now I've decided I'm not going to run every character through Gilly Glade. I've decided not to do that. Unless it's just a day of, like, I don't know what I want to play. Very much like today, actually. One of the reasons why I'm playing today, really streaming Tera today, is that I didn't know, I didn't feel like playing Kingdom Hearts, and I didn't feel like playing Final Fantasy 7. So I was just like, well, then what do I play? I feel like playing Tera, so Tera it is. And even then, I don't know what I'm gonna play afterwards. I don't know if it's just gonna be Tera today or what. Knock it off. We weren't gonna make it over to those things. Those health orbs. Quiche. 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 I've never had a quiche. Never tried quiche. Wonder if it's any good. You kissed not the fish. Do I? Do I? Oh. I decided to put it back there because if we kill it, no, we won't. I'll say at least then it'll be damaging. Because if you put it too close in the middle, it just won't target Benyakis as well. It won't hurt him. I was trying to put it somewhere where it would hurt them both, but it don't even matter because the crystal is still alive for far too long. Is there music playing? There is music playing. It's just not from the game. For a moment there I was like, what? There's no music that plays in Gilly Glade. What is going on? No, it wasn't that. There's music playing elsewhere. Not to be confused with the place where Khajiit are from. That's the thing though. I don't know if I would go for... I really don't know if I would go for the thing that I want. Because there's two things in the trade broker that I could go for, right? And well, really there's only one. And it's like, once I get enough gold, and I might have enough gold by now, especially because I sold some items on the trade broker. I took my Goldfinger tokens and went for the garment bags, or the undergarment bags rather, and ended up getting a couple of crit ones, and I know people look for crit ones, so I sold those, or put them on the broker, hoping they'd sell, and when I logged on today, a few of them sold, but not all of them. But anyways, so I made some gold from that, unexpected gold, because I wasn't planning on selling anything to make any gold from it, and then I did, and so now I may actually be closer to the amount of gold I need to buy the thing. It'll probably be gone by now, though. It's probably what it is. It's probably gone. Oh no, I didn't mean to use that. Oh well. We don't want to use it right away. We want to cast the thing and then use it. Did all that stuff out of order, but seed, 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 seeds, seed. Seed. There we go. Rubai. 2 Rubai. So, oh right, so kind of like continuing where I was at with when talking about Tera, and now how I feel about, you know, playing the game after 200 streams and a lot of hours put into the game. I enjoy the game still, even now. Like that's the thing. Like even games like Diablo 3 on console. Oh, wrong place. I really like Diablo. I like playing Diablo. And I put a lot of time into that game too, but it's a game that eventually like I put down and didn't put as much time into. But then it's also one of those games where I can easily get hooked by the game again, especially whenever I got my for a couple of months there, I was playing it off stream and I got hooked again because I finally got a primal weapon to drop for me, or was it a primal piece of gear? I forget what it was. Anyways, finally one dropped for me, and I was like, I had forgotten primals were in the game because I just never got one, and finally got one after they'd been in the game for a year or whatever, and was like, holy shit, you can get these primals. I forgot about this. So then it became a whole nother grind of, well, now I want to get another primal. I want another weapon. Because the primals can roll with the best stats. Granted, they're still randomized, and you may not get the best stat of the thing that you want, but it'll still have the best stats that it could roll with, right? You know? And so then I was getting trying to get primals, primal gear, to get primal gear sets, and yeah, it's an enjoyable game. But that's the reason why I bring it up, is because it's one of those games where you can put a lot of time into it, and that's one of the things I like about it, is that you can also set it down and not come back to it. Whereas with like Tera, you put time into it, and if you played a lot, you know, the first 5 months, and now you come back, you're behind, but you can also catch up pretty quickly in a way, if you wanted. Not like, well, actually, no, you can, because now, once you get to level 65, you can just do that one quest, and they give you Guardian gear, and that puts you at 426. I can't remember the exact number it puts you at. So we've done quite a bit of characters. We did Valkyrie, the Elin Gunner, the Elin Sorceress, the Male Sorcerer, and now we're on the Gunner. We've done 4 characters. Yeah, seems about right. 4 characters, and we played for about over an hour now. Almost, we're at hour 12. 1 hour 12 minutes. And we're on the 5th character. Seems, yeah, that's about right. this here. See, look, yeah. See this one hit for 300,000, and earlier that Elon gunner was hitting for 400. It's like, what is the difference? There's subtle differences, but what is it? I need to just make carbon copies. I wish there was a way to just do that for your classes. It's like, oh, you have 2 of these same classes? Well, yeah, we'll just let you copy and paste the stuff, you know. But I mean, basically, you can do that. And I will do that eventually, just not on stream. Doesn't make for the most exciting thing to watch. Me being inventory and menu screens and comparing stats and like, what was that number again? Which crystal did I have there? I'll do that another time. Or maybe I'll devote an entire stream to just that. I won't do that. $282. Do you think it's the higher play base? I don't know. I wonder if it does. I wonder if I wish there was a way to know which game has more players. Everwinter or Tera? I wish there was a way to know how many players there are too, you know? That'd be interesting. Just to see, like, you think it's in the thousands? Like a couple of thousand? Or you think it's more like under 1,000? Hard to say. I don't know. How can I make gold? Play the game and do dungeons and do your Vanguard requests and Guardian Legion missions once you're level 65. Or I guess you could do that Simon Says one at a lower level. Took out my turret. I'll take out your crystal now. A life for a life. Oh, I was wondering if we'd dodge it. I think we're close enough to where we won't end up out in the flames. I don't think. Oh. That's another thing. You need to set up the thing to be streamlined across all the characters. I have the Velix opportunity scroll shortcut either on the left or the right for multiple characters. Like there's no consistency. You do that. Oh no! Oh. I was standing in the circle. Didn't realize. Whenever I went to go throw that, didn't realize until the last second. Oh, is it really still on cooldown? Wow. I'm weak. Did you hit for more than that, Gunner? Do I? Maybe I should go to play on the EU server. I hear this is, I wonder if there'd be a lot of lag, though. I wonder. Just me and Gillyglade. Peaceful here. So you realize of all the evil that's going on in the background, you know? Evil crystals, angry trees, roots. Drop HB. Drop him like it's hot. Load this. Ha! Go. Some rockets for you. Yeah, see, it's still on cooldown even now. We're gonna actually use this up. Shoot a couple of these at it. Won't do every one of them. Alright. A part of me was kind of hoping it 9 million. Jesus. Maybe surprised to know this, but I've never seen my gunner hit for that much when using. I know it's a heavy hitting attack, it's just that my gunner is a little lacking in that regard, usually, in dealing that much damage. It was usually like 7 million, but for it to be 9 million? Crazy. Crazy. A single ruby? Man, I wish that when it gave you a single ruby, that it would give you a gem, it'd give you a single ruby and a single sapphire. Just, I don't know. Just like, why not? Why not? You know, that way it's still kind of worthwhile that you did it. Kinda. That's the only downside of it. Random, you know? Like, you might get, it might be worth doing it. It might not. Hey there, it's Unicorn Dog. Hello. Dropping those woodcoes off.
You hungry?
Oh, I was just looking at something behind me. Ghost? No, no ghost. At least I don't think so. Not that I know of. No, remember that thing I said I was cleaning? I was seeing if it had dried up yet or not. Dun, 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 dun. All right, on to the warrior. The warrior. Oh, I'm good though. I'm good. How are you doing? Getting killed? You're gonna be dead. That'll be it for you. Be over. Game over. Straight after my sleep. Your sleep. But my sleep. You don't know? I don't know, man. I don't know either. But what are you up to, man? What are you up to? You know what I'm up to. You know what I'm doing. Couldn't resist. Yeah, a 25 gigabyte update for Dying Light. Okay. Alright. Well, don't worry about it. Ah, we didn't make it. We're too far. What? Dude, that was dumb. The game, like... Whatever. It's whatever. It happens. I don't know. I don't know why I'm acting surprised. It happens. But actually, that's a feature of the game. Oh, really? Still caught us. So you have a 4 gigabyte update for Dying. I guess that's not so bad. You don't have to download it though. It's fine. I'll just finish it on my own. Which is the whole reason why I asked if you had it downloaded, because I want to finish it. It's been sitting on my hard drive forever. Well, you better finish it on your own time, motherfucker. I'm just kidding. If you want to play it, then yeah, download it, because I want to play it, and I want to finish it. It needs to be finished. It needs to be done. That's too bad. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm gonna play it today, just so you know. It just means I'd like to get it, and I may not even do it on stream. I may just play it off stream. Yeah. Yeah. I don't like your boyfriend. Yeah. That's not how the song goes. But it kind of does. What was that? That was weird. Oh, why did I do that? It didn't have full stacks. I'm so dumb. The most bitterest of fruits. Fruit juice. Get your fruit today. From Benyakas. Benyakas Gushers. No luck. 3 sapphires, though. I wonder if the prices of gems have gone back up, finally. No. Probably not, right? Probably after Gillyglade and all those other dungeons were giving out double chances for gear, or not gear, but for the, oh, what the fuck are they called? Gems! Probably why there's such an influx in them. It's too bad, because that's where a lot of my gold was coming from. Really is too bad. Rip indeed. Ripped. Happy. Ah! Not this time. Oh. I thought I was gonna have all 10 rip. I read the chat. My mind said rip. And I was reading the chat. That's not what I was trying to say. I was hoping to have all 10 stacks. There we go. Trying to make them stacks. Whatever that means. I don't know. I heard it one time in a rap song. No, like edge stacks. What are you talking about? I'm playing Tera. There's no money in Tera. There's gold. Guess you can make stacks of gold. Oh, I love whenever your attack speed's all fucking really quick like that. That looks awesome. Ha! Huh, ha! Huh. That reminds me. Hold on. There's something missing. I just realized. It is this right here. Let's put this on. Let's see. It'd be safe to assume I never use this, because I don't. But we'll do that. Man. Done. Brown. Brown, 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 brown. Brown. the gnarliest of roots. Gnarly root. Buy yours today, and you'll be gnarly Charlie. Alright. Let's go ahead and get on out of that global chat. Jesus. Ah! Fucking tree. Blocking my way to get out. That was my escape route. So what are you up to though? It's Unicorn Dog. What are you doing? Are you playing anything? Oh, see, that's the attack speed increase I like seeing. Whenever it's all like, ha 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 ha. I'm so fast. I'm too fast for my own good. 696. Oh man. So, just gonna let you know, the person that you're trying to keep up with there, in terms of gamer score, is spending money on really cheap games that are quickly done, that are like $5 and done for a gamer score. So just letting you know that that's the advantage that the other person has. I already know, man. Oh, really? That was all of them? I guess. Oh, gosh. I guess we're all. I'm just, the reason why I'm playing so much Tera is because I'm just hoping one day that one achievement will pop for me. Where that dungeon that I've done many times, multiple times on different characters, still don't get the achievement. So maybe, if I just play the game, it'll just pop for me one day. So really, this is all about achievement hunting. It doesn't seem like it, but it is. I figured if I make enough gold in the game will be like, alright, here's that achievement. There you go. Support ticket time. It's been like that since last year. Since last year. Not only that, they did that emergency maintenance a while back, and they're like, it's to fix the achievements. And then, I still don't have it. I don't know about that. I don't think that's a class in the game. And away we go. Seriously thinking about not using the one thing that in cold blood on the crystal. Instead, saving in cold blood for when fighting actually Benyakas. Have I ate? Yeah. I ate a grilled cheese sandwich earlier before the start of the stream. Because it feels like it takes too long for the... See, like right now, I'm just doing normal, just the normal attack pattern, right, you know? But if I had in cold blood, we would be going through these a lot faster. And dealing a little bit more damage, thus getting past this part quicker. But that's the thing, is like you use it in the beginning and get past the beginning part faster, or you go to this part and get past this part faster. It's a trade-off. One that I'll try in the next run. Grilled cheese is good. I only got to make one though. I wanted two. Only had enough bread for one though, which is sad. Now that you mention it though, hold on. Snack time. No! Why did I do that? I'm so dumb. I was trying to activate the purple one down there. If you look on the D-pad, you can see that I have a purple thing down there. And I was trying to activate that one. Instead of activating that one, I did the bottom one. Push down instead of pushing up. Everything feels off now. Oh, let's see. And didn't have a bravery potion going. Yeah, I like this class a lot. It's a lot of fun. There's not too much variations to the thing. Noob. I already know. Fucked up. The next one. The next one we won't use the thing. Okay. Now, here. Why? Why is it taking so long then? That's really too bad. Oh, but right, so whenever you're using in cold blood, everything has reduced cooldowns. And so rolling way too early. Preemptive rolls. Oh, it's hard to say. It's like, you go faster on the crystal part, you go faster on that dude. I'm really enjoying these crackers. Mmm. They're not even special crackers, just crackers. Pardon me. Activate these things. Yep. That went a little bit better this time. Oh, no, let's not do that. I guess it really doesn't matter which one you use it on. It's probably going to still take me around the same amount of time, depending on how well I do my rotation, I guess. I think if I have enough gold for the thing, I'll buy it. I've decided. I have decided. Wow. That's why you shouldn't talk with your mouth full. It wasn't full, though. I was just fighting with... Actually, never mind. I won't tell you what I was fighting with. Oh, I forgot. Today's Monday, so today is actually the in-mass entertainment stream. Hey, that person's name is Emmy. I wonder if that's Emmy. Oh, wait. I found out that you can do this. Oh, it is? Oh, did we reset? I don't think we did. Oh, we did all of them already? Did not realize. Okay.
Looks like someone played
It
a
didn't feel
trick
like I
on
went
you.
in 4 times. That's how fast it was. Okay. Cappuccino. Ninja time. Wilco? So which Lego game you playing there, Unicorn Dog? Star Wars 2. Ah! Reset. But the second one? Maybe. Okay. One more? I think it's one more. I think so. $1,000. I don't know why. There's a sudden urge to play Jade Empire. But I can't do it. Can't do it. Play it. Nah. I can't? I mean, I could. But there's no point. I can't get achievement points for it. Alright. Now that was the last.
Don't skippity beels.
Two Goldfinger tokens? Two! 420, blaze it.
Looks like someone played a trick on you.
Nailed it. Something smells really good. It's not the crackers.
push yourself so hard? You hungry?
Ooh. Well, cool. Okay. Oops. Didn't mean to set that trap down there. The best place for a trap. Best place. Indeed there, Corndog. Indeed. Sorry, I've been talking a lot and listening to this new stream. So, which I could just have it going and then wait until they get to the Tera part, but I enjoy hearing about the whole thing. Oh, nice. Back. That. This. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. I need more tea. Oh, damn it! I did it again. I did that earlier. All right. Human brawler.
You need anything from me? Ah, not lucky, man.
Yeah. Really too bad. Oh my god. Oops. Oh well. Sorry, type something out and the keyboard was just like fighting with me to type one word. I don't get it. I go to spell something out and it kept auto correcting it. Oh my god. Yeah, I kept pushing something and it just kept auto correcting it. I go back, change it, autocorrect. I'd make it what I wanted it, autocorrect, autocorrect. What the fuck? And then whenever I went to go delete it, it sent it. And I was like, whatever, fine, that's what I'm sending. Whatever. My fury goes down much faster. They don't let it. Ah, come on. There has to be a reason why. Oh, I thought earlier it said their name was Cat. It's Cut. It's not just Cat. I was about, because earlier I was thinking, oh, they got a pretty good name, just Cat. Guess that's good. No, it's not. That's not what it was. It was Cut. Seen them earlier. Like I guess would be great is if they weren't even a character that used a sword. Still OG. It is still, yeah. Still though. It'd be better, like I said, if they weren't even using the characters. Oh, hold on, let's find out. Let's see. Slash inspect. That's not how you spell inspect at all. See, oh, look! Their name is Cut, and they are a brawler. That's good. Anyway. Well, we finished that character. We've gone through a lot of characters here. And the EME news stream is over now. Okay. Cool. Alright, now I can go back to listening to the game. It's so weird playing the game without any sound. I could only imagine what it would be like for the hearing impaired or someone who's completely deaf playing a game, or just in life, you know, in general. Specifically about a game in this context, though, because it's like, I don't know. Anyway. Oh, because I had the, I had the stream going on my phone, and so in order to hear it, I had my headset plugged into the phone instead of the mix amp. So I could actually hear what was going on. So I didn't plan to do all these characters. I was just kind of happened. Anything cool said on stream? I don't know, man. You gotta go watch it. No, I mean there was some things said. Yeah, for sure. There's some positions being changed. You know. I didn't catch the very beginning of it, so I don't know the full details. But apparently, what did that only throw? Did you see that? Did it only throw out two? One on top and one on bottom? What? Look at that. It's weird. Anyways, Bear Shoes is no longer in the position that he was in. He's in a different position now at the company. Like I said, I didn't. You only need two. What are you talking about? You only made two. Maybe you even say you only made two. Anyways, and so yeah. That was weird though. Normally it's supposed to make 4 whenever you do that. And it only made 2. It only did the right side 2. I really need a drink though. So I'm gonna go get a drink. I will be right back. Okay, alright. I'm back. Thank you there. Corn Doge. Bam bam. Bam bam bam. Bam bam bam. Ba-da-dam, bam. Dun dun. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Dun dun. So I was gonna play music today. Opted not to. I was just like, we're just gonna listen to the game. Just the game. And myself. I almost did. Then I was like, nah. Man, not today. Not today. Not for this 200 stream. That way nothing silly happens where like the audio's muted, or whenever I go to upload it to YouTube and YouTube is like, oh, there's copyrighted material on this. So that's kind of why I opted not to. Whoa, let's not do it that way. That's the old way. Hate copyright? Me too, man. Me too. I mean, it's good because, yes, it protects people who make their music and whatnot. It's just, you know, you want to enjoy music. You know, the funny thing is, right? Like that music though, there's like these things like copyright, and we're like, you're not supposed to rebroadcast the songs and stuff like that. But like, you know, they let radio stations slide, and radio stations have been around for decades, you know. And if you think about it though, radio stations in a way play music and broadcast it illegally in a way. Now they've probably changed wordings and stuff, but before, you know, they were basically doing it, and their loophole is that it was through promotion. It's promotion, so it's promoting the, you know, the artist, the song or whatever, in which it is, and so that's why they get by with it. That's funny. But I don't think I've ever seen you do that face before. It's different. Did that really? What? Only one meteor come down? What? What is going on? I only had 2 energy ball things, and now only 1 meteor was coming. Oh wait, never mind. Never mind. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Never mind. I see what it was. I see why. I didn't have mana boost on. Dumb. I don't know what I was thinking. Barbecue real quick. Alright, you do that. Go barbecue. Bring me some back. Barbecue. 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 Maybe doing Guardian Legion's missions would be the way to go, right? Because the more I think about it, it's like, okay, so if I did all 40 of those, and those 40 boxes, and I opened up those boxes, and I got a diamond, right? Because 40 boxes. But that's the thing, though. You could do the Guardian Legion thing, but it takes so long to do that. It'd essentially be me on one character doing that for a longer time. It's like I could take, instead of doing all of these on multiple characters, I could do that on one character and probably still take the same amount of time that it's taken to do this so far, right? And honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. At this point, it's just preference. It feels like which route do you want to go? Ah. I know one of these characters is gonna get the diamond today, though. I feel it. I'm feeling lucky. I'm feeling lucky. How lucky, though? Like the kind of luck that's like, oh, here's 5 emeralds, or like the kind of luck where it's like, here's 4 diamonds in one thing. I wish. That's the dream. That's the dream. That's the dream. We've exceeded our thing already. Doesn't seem like it. I guess we'll, since we've already done a lot of these characters, we may as well just keep going about them. May as well. Oh, we dropped frames? Oh, that's fun. We're dropping frames right now. Right now, they're being dropped. All over the place. They're just falling all over the floor. Just, there they go. Oh no. Did you want these frames? Because you're dropping them. Falling all over the place. You can't. You probably can't even hear me right now. Maybe. Oh, we're going to drop connection. It's going to happen. The internet's running like crap right now. It's either going to recover or it's not. Oh. This is dropping frames all over the place, man. It has been a constant just dropping right now. I'm watching the thing. I'm just watching it go up and up and up and up. What is going on? It has not recovered. Usually, by now it'll be like, oh, it'll work itself out. Not now. Oh well. I'm actually gonna end the stream here. Maybe you can hear me. Maybe you can't. But yeah. I'm gonna go eat and then I'll be back. That's the plan. Might play more Tera. Still have a couple of characters to do. We'll see. Hopefully this will sort itself out or something. Because that's crap. Anyway, though. Can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me. You can probably hear me. Maybe. Maybe if we do this, hold on. Maybe this will help with the whole thing. Because then it's less for the thing to have to send information, right? Anyway. So. Alright, cool. You can hear me. Alright, so. Usually do a recap at the end of the stream. This is the end of this stream, and today, play Tera. Oh, we just lost complete connection. Oh, never mind. I take it back. No, we lost. We're losing it. We're losing her. Get the paddles ready. Get them. Come on. Rub them together. Come on. Clear. Anyway. Usually do a recap at the end of the stream. And this is the end of this stream. And today, play Tera on the Xbox One X. And this is the 200 Tera stream. And I didn't plan anything. I know. You're probably like, so what's so special about it? It's 200 Tera streams. That's what's special about it. How dare you? Don't take this away from me. How dare you? Anyway, yeah. Managed to do, you know, a few things here and there. We mainly ran Gillyglade on multiple characters. We started with the Elin Gunner, so that's one, and then we did. Let's see. Well, I guess it'd be easier to look at the ones we skipped, rather than go over the ones that I did. So we skipped out on the Berserker, so that's one, and we couldn't do the Elin Brawler, so that's two, because the Elin Brawler was already finished from last night. And then after that, I skipped the Lancer, so that's three. And then I skipped the Reaper, the Mystic, and the Priest, so that's six. We did 12 characters for Gillyglade, and it took like 3 hours. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go eat, and then I'll be back, and probably play. I'll either do the remaining characters, or something. I don't know. We'll find out. Anyways, that was the recap. And this was And this was Tera on the Xbox One X. And I hope you're having a good day or night, depending on when you watch this. And as always, thanks for watching. Sorry, the internet's running like shit for me for some reason right now. I've just been dropping frames. 9,630 frames dropped. That's 2.8% of the entire stream. And this last bit here has just been dropping frames. Fuck them. Get them out of here. Frames? I don't need you. Be gone. See you around later. But no, for real though. I'll be back later once I sort out the issue. Anyways, later. Thanks for hanging out. It's Unicorn Dog. And to anybody who stopped by, thank you. Later.